Light turned off. Reconnect. There we go. Let's stay on. All right, Jenny, we're live. Here comes the intro. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's up, all you millions of listeners out there in podcast land? You guys are beautiful. Today's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 163rd, Jenny.
I know.
Man, I thought we just hit 100. Now we're beyond that. 163 of the Grow Clinton podcast. You know it. You love it. You know where to find it. All your major podcatchers. We stream live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. As always, I am your host, Andy Sokolovich, President and CEO of Grow Clinton. Joined in the studio by Jenny Home. Jenny, what's happening?
You know, we're here again today. Again. This is a double header today. Two podcasts today. But I love it. We could do it all day long. I know how you would love to do that.
I could do this all day long, but I'm sure my board of directors would be like, is this what we're paying you for?
Right.
Are you paying for you to do podcasts? But no, they're great. I appreciate them very, very much. If you're listening, thank you for my job and employment opportunity. I have a mortgage and car bills, so don't fire me.
And a family.
Jenny, you know what else I love?
What?
Sponsors. That's right.
Yes.
Grow Clinton Podcast has them. Sponsors, 3 right now that we want to recognize. Citizens First Bank. Every morning I do a mic check to make sure that our mics are crystal clear. That is courtesy of Citizens First Bank, making your finances and our audio crystal clear with these new microphones. That's right. They are Shure SM7Bs. Top of the line, baby. And they would not be possible without support of our sponsors like Citizens First Bank. They are always in tune with our community and know what we need here at Grow Clinton. Go CFB.bank, banking as it should be. Citizens First Bank, member FDIC. AdCraft Printwear.
Yes.
We love them.
We do.
Dan Sullivan and his entire team. Also, Sully Sports coming soon out there along Mill Creek.
I just can't wait.
AdCraft has been in the custom apparel business in 74, Jenny.
I know it.
Over the years, AdCraft has grown from a small family-run business serving the Clinton, Iowa community to a cutting-edge operation that serves teams and companies all over the United States. All of your custom printwear needs. That's hoodies, hats, T-shirts, underwear. I don't know if they do underwear. They probably can. They have an embroidery machine. So whatever you need, adcraftusa.com, adcraftusa.com. And of course, our longtime sponsor, the wickedly fast, high-speed internet provider, Miles Communications, powers the Grow Clinton podcast, also offering television and telephone services, whether you're residential or commercial. Check them out, milestelephone.com. Again, that's milestelephone.com. If they are not in your neck of the woods, they are on their way. Great show today, Jenny.
Yes, we had to start calling Miles the OG.
OG sponsor right there. Yeah, no, Scott Bodie's hooked us up since we started this thing.
Years now.
Great guy. Yeah. Love him.
Yes.
Jenny, we have 2 amazing guests with us today, representing a company that is MFT CKF. You may know them as Molded Fiber, previously UFP Technologies. We'll learn all about the company. We have Aurelio and Michael in the house. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So, Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick. What do you do out at MFT CKF?
So I'm Mike Anderson. I'm the engineering manager out there. My area takes care of all of the new products that are launched into the plant, both the Iowa plant and the Texas plant. And we're responsible for all the tooling, the processes, continuous improvement. We get to basically do all the fun stuff.
So do you have just the 2 plants, or are there more?
Yeah. Just the 2 plants, Iowa and Texas.
Iowa and Texas. Wow. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Aurelio, what about you, sir?
I am the plant manager, so I am responsible for everything that starts from the beginning to the end, right? Yeah. I'm glad to have good people like Mike and the rest of the team that help me out, but I get to run the whole show.
So for those of you that are not aware, MFT CKF, Molded Fiber, is back there in what's known as Manufacturing Meadows 2 behind the Nestle Purina Pet Care plant. Used to be right across the street from one of Clausen's warehouses. I think Clausen still owns that one, by the way.
Do.
But great location. What do you manufacture?
We make protective packaging for wine, for candles, for electronics, medical devices, toothbrushes, kind of you name it. We make the packaging that protects everything that you buy, order, go to the store and get in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I remember before I got into the business, I always thought, anything that you order from Amazon would have the end caps in the box. That's something that would really make when I started looking at the website for the company. So
now what is
so much more than that?
So Aurelio, what is the difference between like a molded fiber packaging product and just like paperboard?
I mean, it's pretty much almost the same for the paper stuff. So Mike's my technical guy.
So raw materials. So we can take any kind of recycled raw materials and break them down and form them into whatever we need to protect any of the customer's packaging.
Now, I remember back in the day when I first started getting involved in economic development, so 2015, you guys would actually take like recycled newspaper or old newspaper by like the pallet load, and you could use that in your process. Yep. So basically you just kind of wet that down, compact it, and then create molded fiber.
When we were kids, we used to do paper mache, right? Mm-hmm. Make our heads and all that stuff. Well, we do that at a very large scale. We take tons of material, DLK, one newsprint, some colored material. We have some black products and some white products, but we do that and we mix it with water. Like you said, it becomes a slurry mixture. And then these guys make some molds for us of whatever. I mean, you see on the website, we do all kinds of different stuff, and that sinks into the soup, brings it up. We have a form time that lets the material run off and get it to the right density, pick it up, put it in the oven, let it go down the conveyor, and then it either goes straight to the customer or we actually hot press it on some hot press molds that make it a more smooth and more defined product for the customers.
Jenny, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's so interesting because I went out and watched the process and you walked me through it. And I was at first I was like, no, wait a minute, what? I had to get my head around it. But then you showed me what the products were. And I'm thinking almost everything I've ever bought, that's in a package has that stuff in it.
And I never once thought where it was made.
No, you don't.
Never, ever.
But the process is really cool to watch too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking at your website. Again, it's moldedfiber.com. It says that you guys are the leading designer and manufacturer of molded fiber packaging solutions made from 100% recycled material. I'm sure that sets you guys apart from your competitors, correct?
We have very few. We have very few competitors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I don't know if you're allowed to, but can you mention any of the name brands that are customers of yours that we would see your packaging in?
I wouldn't see why not. P&G, Procter & Gamble.
Okay. Everybody
Phillips,
knows.
Gillette.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body,
that's a big one.
I'm sure that's a huge one.
Yeah, you go in to buy candles,
any of their stores, you'll be able to see a stack of our shipping containers.
And this is nationwide.
Yes, absolutely.
And Bath and Body Works, correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't had that contract for very long. Is that just a few years old? Or
we've had them.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had them for quite a while.
The reason I ask is that, ironically, I was sitting at a table at Stout's Irish Pub in Clinton. And my wife was out of town, and I just sat down and had a beer and a burger and was hanging out. And the guy next to me started talking to me about the community and said he was here representing Bath and Body Works, meeting with you guys as their packaging provider. So I didn't know if that was the initial conversation, but it sounds like it was just a check-in.
Sure.
And see, this is what people don't. I mean, me being a regular citizen, a townsperson, before I had this job, I didn't realize how many people come to this town to do things like that. A representative from Bath and Body Works coming here. I think that is what an industry like yours brings to Clinton. It brings jobs, but also, I mean, on a national level, your people are buying their things here. That's really
that's what we always tell people that are not really hip to what's going on in the area from an economic development standpoint. We have companies like MFT CKF, Clysar. We interviewed them recently on our podcast. They brought in all the shrink film packaging that they do for your candy canes throughout the holiday seasons that are coming up. Largest dry pet food manufacturer in the country right here in our own backyard with Nestle Purina Pet Food. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are happening right here in Clinton, some of which just originated. We announced our sponsor, AdCraft, homegrown, baby. Right. They started it all, and now they're working across the globe with all sorts of collegiate teams to create some awesome activewear and custom work apparel. So a lot of cool things happening right here in our own backyard. I think it's really cool on your website. You guys have a ticker that basically shows in real time how many pounds of paper has been recycled and how many products you have protected with your molded fiber packaging. So 500, and I'm going to say this as fast as can before the number changes, 571,872,953 products protected through molded fiber manufactured right here in Clinton, Iowa. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the amount that we do. Especially like the little single razor protectors or holders, whatever. I mean, we make them by the thousands. I'm like, who's using all these razors?
Yeah.
But I mean,
definitely not me because I have a beard. Not Mike either. He's got a beard. I don't.
Per truckload. So,
so you
like
go,
every 2 weeks.
I'm going on a vacation and I go, I don't know, let's say Florida. I go to get a razor. That's probably been.
It's very likely that piece was made.
Can you guys tell from the packaging?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a stamp or something on it, I would assume, right?
Yeah. And our process too,
Yeah.
we can kind of see.
Before I ever got involved in this business, I never once even cared about the container that something came in. Right. I mean, as long as I got the product that I ordered and it was fine, I didn't care if half the container was cracked or something like that. But now
you care.
Did we make that?
Right.
But that's how you know you're doing your job.
Absolutely.
I mean, because people aren't complaining.
Yeah.
They're getting what they want and it's, in great shape. One thing that I really like about your plant here in town is I went in and the atmosphere was really great. Everybody seemed really happy and you were running a contest. Guess the tattoo.
Yeah, and what time? Amy came up with that one.
Yeah, and I just thought that's a great way to create a positive culture for your employees.
It's very big. Like I said, I have a great team that I work with, and they come up with a lot of different things to try to get the employee engagement and get them involved in stuff that we do. And I think for that tattoo contest, we had 30 to 35 people that did it.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
There was like 16 or 17 of us.
Amy's always coming up with stuff. She's always been like that. And I've known her since when I met Amy, she was with ADM Bioprocessing, maybe.
This is Amy Hamill, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, Amy Hamill.
Shout out
to Amy Hamill.
Local lady from Clinton. She's been all over the place, and she is by far one of the most creative human resource directors, or whatever her title is.
The new title is People and Culture Manager.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.
Yeah, so
People
she
and Culture Manager.
Well,
Yes.
all right.
Well, I'm going to just retract that statement because I don't want her coming after me. I tell you what.
Her and Stacy Stevenson, she's my administrative assistant. They bend over backwards for those employees, and
they do.
Really
Are you guys still a
them to
pet
feel-
friendly
Yeah.
up front?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some days it's one dog, some days it's 5. So, but yeah, they really do everything they can for those employees, and it really lets us feed off of them. And
I know she's always doing like burger burns, cookouts, all sorts of stuff.
trying to squeeze one in before the end of the year. So
Very cool.
And that's what makes people want to come to work and stay at work and keep their jobs.
Well, speaking of attracting new team members, are you guys hiring out there?
Yep, we are hiring right now. Yes.
For what positions?
Just basically entry level packer presser operator. Yeah.
I think somebody can just, if they're interested, can just walk in.
We try not to do the walk-ins because it gets overwhelming sometimes. But on the website there, you can pull up an application, or they can come to the door, and Stacy will give them an application if they want one. So
Yeah, very cool.
What I like is that you're second chance employer.
Yep, second chance employer. I always want to. I mean, no one's perfect, right? We all have our past sins, and I love it that we're there to give somebody a second chance. And if they're willing to put forth the effort, we're willing to give them a chance to do it.
Nice.
No, that's amazing. And for those that don't know, second chance would be if you have a felony on your record, and you come in, you're looking for a job, but you got your stuff squared away. You've been doing well in life. You get that second chance.
Right.
We're all just one big bar fight away from a felony.
Right? Yeah.
And we all just say, "Oh, they have a felony," and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then you're just like, "Oh, I'm pretty close to that a few times, my friend."
Every day's a new day.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So purchased by a Canadian-owned company back in, what was that? 22. Yeah, because I remember they came in. God bless them. They gave me a shirt that was large that they thought I could fit into.
Aww.
So, I was like, thanks, appreciate it, but there's no way I'm going to be able to wear that. So, I liked them a lot. But have you noticed any major changes since the transition back in 22 from UFP?
I've only been with the company since January.
Okay.
But Mike's fortunate enough to be with it for 10 years now.
Yeah. 10 years. Next year will be 10 years. Yeah. No, some decent changes, good changes. They're a lot bigger company with molded fiber, and they've been in the business a long time. So we've been able to share and learn a lot from them, and it's been pretty exciting. Yeah.
Have you guys been impacted at all by the tariffs?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not too. I mean, so our El Paso sister plant, they deal a lot with going across the border and stuff like that. So they might a little more than us, but not too much for us. I think one of the cool things that we got going for us is, mold thermoform is what everybody wants, but they want it with the
what is 100%.
That?
Thermoform processing is it's a different processing. So a lot of plastics are thermoformed, basically using a vacuum and pulling a sheet to a mold.
Okay.
Our process is a lot quicker to get to market. So, and it's a lot cheaper with tooling and things like that and launching. It's not quite as good of a quality product, but we've come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years, taking our type 2 molded fiber, which is what we do, and making it a lot better quality part, right? A lot better looking part. So,
very cool. Now, what type of technologies are you guys leveraging out there?
Like Aurelio was talking about earlier, pressing, hot pressing. So taking that part that's not as aesthetically pleasing and ironing it, flattening it out, cleaning it up.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to look at it is, I mean, like if you were making a cell phone case and it'd be rough around the edges and maybe not so smooth, we put it through the hot press, we set it down, and then we heat it, and it molds it around what we're doing. And then you come out with a finished product that looks
nice.
That's what I saw when I was
slick.
there. And, it does make a big, huge difference. And it would be noticeable if it weren't, if it weren't that finished product like that.
Right.
No, I love it. I walked through the plant several years, well, it's probably 2015 and then 2022 when the new ownership came.
Right.
And then probably 2 years ago, we did some kind of ribbon cutting out there, and it was really neat because we put the whole team behind us.
That was
you were in that picture?
Yep, I'm in that picture.
Really
got back
nice.
there
in that picture.
Nice.
Yeah, that was very cool. So I know there's plans in the future for some new opportunities out there. Always working with Matt Lemire, who's the general manager.
Shout out to Matt.
Yep, he does a phenomenal job. Big dude. He's a big dude. That's somebody, if I was in a bar fight, I want by my side, right?
Yeah, on your side.
Yeah. And then also Peter, our IT guy from Rapiva. That dude shook my hand the other day. I felt like I was shaking Andre the Giant's hand. I mean, I'm not a small dude, but I was looking up at him and he just held my little hands. And I was like, geez, dude, how do you even type with those things? Those are some mitts. So what else you guys got going on out at the plant the community should know about?
We just did the race, the 5K that they had in Clinton.
Oh, the half marathon.
Yeah, the half marathon.
Right.
Yeah, we were out there handing out some water.
Amy's a runner.
Yeah.
She
runs the whole thing. So we had a station there, and I think we got some really good feedback about how the runners liked us. We were very engaged. We had music set up.
Oh, good. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I think he goes right past Amy's house as well.
We were right by, I think it was the old Ashford.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was where we were. We were like the first stop.
Yeah, very cool.
Love seeing you.
No, did they say anything good about the MC and the DJ post party? Did I say anything about that? That was me, by the way. I've been doing that, I think, 10 years now. I've done that half marathon. And the hardest part is announcing the place, like the first 3 in each division, because I always screw up the names.
You did good this year.
A name like Sokolovich, I'm used to it, right? But there's some there that are like, whoa, what is that? That's a lot of vowels in one name. So,
well, I'm glad you got involved in that. That's really nice, and it shows a great community.
Sure.
Spirit.
Yeah, Amy's always coming up with something good for us to do, so that's nice. We threw some mulch at the park by the castle. I don't know what the name of that park is. I'm not.
Eagle Point Park.
Eagle Point Park, yeah.
Yeah, was it red mulch?
That red mulch.
Yeah, just saw that. Somebody posted on.
Shout out Matt Lemire. He brought us water there, so that was nice.
That was really nice. And that's great because you have the employees who are from Clinton and they see that you're investing not only your business and but also in the community. That gives them a sense.
I love doing that kind of stuff. So I encourage Amy and them to find more stuff for us to do.
Well,
it's
nice.
it's also
just do that and just get out there. We're trying to do some other things for next spring and next summer, so
that's
we can get more involved. So
it's kind of
putting up lights at the park yet too.
Yep.
Oh, nice at Eagle Point. That is a heavy lift, literally. I mean, I did that a number of years ago. I was involved with Symphony of Lights, and we struggled every year to find enough volunteers. Back when the Ashford campus was actually up and running, a lot of the students would support it, but when they closed, we were asking for a lot of help. And luckily, they had a very kind gentleman, philanthropic, donate a lot of money to that cause because he and his wife love the Symphony of Lights and want to see it continue. So this year you'll see a lot of brand new LED displays.
Oh,
so that's cool.
But you went out and helped with that as well.
Oh yeah.
How many people did you take with?
For the raking, there was probably, I think, I'll say 10 of us maybe.
Raking?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Amy and Stacy last year and the year before worked the booth during the light.
Yeah.
You know?
during the light, same
Yep.
stuff.
That
A
could be
little
a
hut.
cold experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
And then there was at least a dozen of us, I think, for the 5K out
That's
there in the
great.
morning. Yeah, on that Sunday morning. So
It makes people feel secure, job security, when their company is getting involved
Sure.
in the community.
and our
activities.
employees love it. I mean, they love to get involved in
Yeah.
what we're doing. You know, it's nice that they all want to come out and show their support, do stuff for the plant and all that stuff. So
What I liked is when I was out there, everybody was smiling.
Yep.
I mean, everybody
having a
I
good
ran
time. They were
into-
dancing at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, they were.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, you guys do a great job. Again, we're talking to MFT CKF Molded Fiber, located here in Clinton, just back behind Nestle Purina Pet Care and what's called Manufacturing Meadows 2. I was not involved in that development back in the day, obviously, but we went from Manufacturing Meadows 1 to 2 to Nestle, and then they realized we are out of land.
Yeah.
And everything they were looking at in the surrounding area was kind of in a floodplain. So they had to adjust, and that's what ultimately created the Lincoln Way Industrial Rail and Air Park
Right.
out on the west end of town, which will be the future home for Atlas Roofing
Mhm.
Corporation.
of
So a lot of
development.
history there.
Mhm.
Yeah. How's everything going from the road construction out there for you guys?
Ooh.
Manufacturing Drive, Bluff Boulevard,
I don't
any
think it's hitting us
hindrances?
at all, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple blocks down, it's pretty bad, but nothing
Right.
really
Right.
major
Yeah.
for
It's
us.
been all right for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end is somewhat in sight for Manufacturing Drive, and then we'll flip the script and cruise on over to the Bluff Boulevard side
Okay.
and get that done.
Got to be
But
done.
yeah, no, we love working with you guys. We were able to leverage a relatively large grant from the State Department of Transportation to offset the cost to fix Hart's Mill,
Okay.
which is the road that leads right into you guys
Sure.
there.
Mhm.
And that was part of the Nestle Purina project. Just due to their expansion, we were able to tap into some funding. So we always like to make sure that area out there is well taken care of from an infrastructure standpoint, because you get a lot of truck
Lot of
traffic.
trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. MFT CKF. If you're interested in an employment opportunity, it looks like here at moldedfiber.com, you can click on careers. It'll list the jobs that are available within the Clinton plant. And there's an application opportunity for you online. Very, very simple. Again, great culture, amazing employer. How many folks do you got out there?
A little over 100 right
Yeah,
now total
120.
with salary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. More than I thought, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
I think back when I was working with the UFP, it was a little less than that. So that's awesome. Great.
I don't know the exact website, but we have a YouTube video too that if you're really interested to see what the plant does, go ahead and take a look at that. And so it shows you I looked at it when I was interviewing for the job, and
Yeah, well, I'll
it
look
really
at it. I'll
sold
find it.
me on
Yeah. And
that video, that the engagement of the employees and how just active everyone was.
And you're thinking about maybe expanding this shift.
Yeah. So
Yes.
the orders are picking up. So
Yeah.
yeah, we have a lot of ideas and a lot of opportunities.
Great.
We own some land next to us there, so I mean, we can always expand there, and we're always looking at other buildings that we want
Yep.
to purchase.
I
and
told
stuff.
Matt, I said,
Nice.
Lemire, I said, before you do anything, any engineering or even turn a shovel of dirt, call me. Because that's what this office does, is we work with our existing employers to help offset the cost of an expansion by seeking state benefits in the form of an incentive, usually tax credits. And then the city of Clinton ponies up their portion of the incentive with a tax abatement.
Nice.
So always
Definitely.
opportunities for cost savings. Make sure you leverage our office. Jenny,
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Tomorrow
Oh,
is- yes,
geez.
it is.
I always forget what day of the week it is. Tonight we had a busy after 5.
I know it. We do at the Rusty
You
Barrel.
guys are invited if you want.
Come
Rusty
on
Barrel,
down.
5 o'clock until it ends. We'll be out there partying and
Shutting it
as
down.
part of the Haunted Wine Walk
Yep.
in downtown, where you can walk up and down the 100, 200, 300 block of Fifth Avenue South, as well as some of the side streets to include Bogles, and sample some wine and go around and shop and just have some fun. And of course, we'll be hunkered down in Rusty Barrel after we walk back and forth and get our steps in. It should be really cool. We called an audible because we were going to go to Lions or Church at Lions.
Church at Lions.
However, we do never want to create an event that is in direct competition with something else. So we called an audible and moved it to the Rusty Barrel.
So that'll work.
Yeah,
And
so
that'll
that'll
be
work.
fun. And what a great weather it's going to be. And it'll be a nice night.
Yep. Nice night. Thank you two for joining us. Never hesitate to reach out to myself or Jenny. Jenny's quicker to respond than I am. She's just better than me. I can't say. It's just that she
I
is.
don't know about that.
She's more focused. She's better. She's organized. I am not. Things I got to work on. We all have strengths, right? We all
You're
have
very
areas of lesser
busy.
talent.
You're
Yeah.
very busy.
yeah, it is a busy time right now for Grow Clinton, but a lot of cool things going on right here in our own backyard. For those that you continue to listen to the podcast, thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you that are hearing it for the very first time, make sure you go to iTunes, YouTube, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast. Search Grow Clinton Podcast. Again, that's Grow Clinton Podcast. And make sure you subscribe for new episodes and all the great information that comes from Grow Clinton. My name, as always, I'm not changing it, Andy Sokolovich. We'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Thank you for listening to the Grow Clinton Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all your socials. Until next time, see ya.